Hey everyone, it's your girl Corrine and I'm back for another video. Today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 40 things that I've learned in the last 40 years. If you'd like to hear some nuggets of wisdom that can help you along your journey, stay tuned for the video. All right, welcome back everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Again, my name is Corrine and this video is catered to those of you that want to receive some wisdom nuggets along my journey to the road to 40. Many of you may or may not know I'm going to be turning 40 on July 31st, which should be the day this video uploads. I may go ahead and upload it a couple of days before, but July 31st is my 40th birthday. I know, girl. I know, 40 where? But I am so grateful to God to be turning 40. This is a wonderful, wonderful milestone for me. And I'm so excited to share with you some of the 40 things that I have learned in my 40 years of life. To all of my new subscribers, thank you so much for joining the party and joining the family. I'm so excited to have you. Thank you so much for being here. And to my OG subscribers, girl, you know what it is. What's good? How y'all doing? Y'all welcome back. But let's get started. So, number one, I have learned that I am enough. I know that is easier said than done, but I have learned that I am enough. I am not too much. I am enough. A lot of times we go through life and people say, oh, you do too much. You're too much and you're this and you're that. But just know I have learned in these 40 years of living that I'm enough. I'm enough for the people that deserve to be a part of my circle. I'm enough for the people that are honored and that it's a privilege for me to be a part of their life. I am enough. Number two, I am beautiful. You know, it took me a long time to get to this point in my life where I accepted my beauty with inside and out. When I was a little girl, I had really low self-esteem. And a lot of people probably don't know that. Even my mom probably does not know that I suffered from low self-esteem when I was small. I suffered from low self-esteem because I had big eyes, big lips, and I was dark skinned. And you know, back then, light skin was in. Let's be clear. Light skin was in back in the day. But I had really, really low self-esteem, and I always would look at the bright skinned girls and be like, oh, she's so pretty. I wish my skin was bright like that. But I have learned in my 40 years of living that the darker the berry, the more beautiful the berry, okay? And I am content in the skin that I am in. I love being a chocolate Barbie. I love my chocolate skin. I'm so grateful for the melanin that I have that's on my skin. I am in love with every fiber, every piece of who I am. And like I said, it took me a while to get there, to believe that I am beautiful. And I rest in that. I am settled in my beauty. And I am so glad that I am able to say, I am beautiful. Number three, they couldn't give you what they didn't have. A lot of times we get stuck in the past about, how we grew up, how our parents raised us, different things that happened in our lives, why our mom and our dad wasn't a part of our lives, where was this person or where was this person at in my life. But the fact of the matter is I have learned that people can't give you what they don't have. Even for those of us that have grown up in ministry and you say, well, why didn't my old pastors teach me this? And why didn't they do this? And why didn't they do that? Why didn't my mom do this? And why did my dad do that? They could not give you what they did not have. And I am a living witness of that. And so because I am settled in that, because I have learned that people cannot give me what they don't have, I am settled in who I am today and knowing that everything that I have received has come from God. Number four, people pleasing cripples and hinders. Do not get caught up in being a people pleaser. I have been there, done that, got the t-shirt. I can send you a postcard from people pleasing universe. I can do all that. But I'm telling you, people pleasing cripples us. It cripples us to the place where we're always seeking to please people, and we should be really seeking to please God and to do it for ourselves. Don't do it for people. Do it for yourself. Stop being a people pleaser. And I know that's easier said than done. But what I have learned, that when I try to please people, I not only cripple myself, but I hinder my own progress. Number 5, it is okay to say no. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. It is okay to say no. That is a part of being a people pleaser. Always feeling like you got to say yes. Always feeling like you got to be the rescue. Always got to feeling like you got to be the one. It is okay, especially for your mental health, for your peace of mind, for your inner peace, to say no. No is a complete sentence. Period. Period. No. It is okay to say no. Number 6, it's okay to not know all the answers. I know. Especially for us middle children that have older child tendencies. It is okay to not have all the answers. As parents, as entrepreneurs, as wives, as coaches, as pastors, it is okay not to have all the answers. I don't know where we get into this phase where we think that we have to know it all. And in my 40 years of living, I have found out that, Corrine, you're not going to always know everything, and that's okay. God will surround you with people that have your answers. God will surround you with a team that has your answers, and it's okay that you don't have all the answers and that you don't know every single thing. Number 7, it's okay to not have everything figured out. And I laugh right there because so often we get to monumental phases in our lives, or we get to certain ages and we're thinking, I should have this figured out. I should know exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. I should know where I'm supposed to be. And the truth of the matter is, sometimes you won't know, and that's okay. It's okay not to have everything figured out. The main thing for you to focus on, and the main thing that I learned to focus on, is celebrating the things that I do have figured out, celebrating the victories that I have won, celebrating the progress that I already have, instead of worrying about what I don't have figured out. It's okay to not have life all the way figured out. I don't think no one has life all the way figured out. That's why we need Holy Spirit. That's why we need to lean and depend on Holy Spirit to help us figure it out. So at this point, I don't care if you're turning 30, 20, 40, 60, it's okay. Give yourself room to not have it all together. Number 8, I am not perfect. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to say the wrong thing. I'm going to say it in the wrong tone. I'm going to type it in a text message wrong. I have learned to give myself grace. Oftentimes we're so busy extending grace to other people that we forget to give grace to ourselves. So I want to share with you, give yourself some grace. Number 9, it is dangerous to love someone from your love language. I had to learn that in marriage. I had to learn that in friendship, that I cannot love my husband or my children or my friends from the way that I want to be loved. I have to learn their love language and learn how to love them the way that they love, and how the way that they want to be loved. So it is dangerous to try to press your love language on people, and that may not be their love language. So I have learned to love people the way that they feel loved. Number 10, get out of your head. I cannot say that enough. I have learned to get out of my head. I have the tendency to overthink things, to talk myself out of places, to talk myself out of spaces that God has created for me by downplaying what God has given me to do because other people are doing it. There's only one me. There's only one you. So stop getting in your head concerning what God is giving you to do. Whatever that looks like, get out of your head. Get into Holy Spirit. Get into your heart and figure out, what is it about getting in your head that causes you to be stagnant and causes you to lose ground. Get out of your head. Number 11, procrastination leads to stagnation. Stop putting off what you can do today, tomorrow. I was the queen of procrastination. Actually, I figured out that I do a lot of my best work at the last minute. Like if I have to write a paper, I do it best when I wait to the last minute. And I know that sounds crazy, but I was the queen of procrastination. I'm just being delivered from procrastination, y'all. But I have learned that procrastination leads to stagnation. And the more that I put things off, the less I am able to move forward, and the more I become stagnant in that space. So if you want to overcome procrastination and stagnation, I'm gonna say that again. If you want to overcome stagnation, stop procrastinating. Number 12, I've learned that odds were against me, and it's okay. Odds were against me. Many of you may or may not know that growing up, I grew up, my mom and my dad were addicted to drugs and alcohol. Well, my dad, for the most part, was addicted to drugs and alcohol. So I grew up in a home where I had to beat the odds. I had to be the one that says, no, I'm not going to allow alcoholism and drug addiction to be my portion. So the odds were against me. I'm the first one out of my siblings to go to college and get a college degree. I was the first one to graduate from high school. My younger brother did graduate from high school, but I was the first one to go to college and get a college degree. So I had to beat the odds. The odds were against me, but how many know that you can be an odd breaker? Even though the odds are against you, you can make the difference. You can be the change that your family needs to see. Number 13, discernment helped me uncover many truths that sometimes would have wanted to be a lie. Discernment. There are so many times in my life where I had to lean on the spirit of discernment to discern people in my life, places, things, ideas, businesses. So I've always leaned on Holy Spirit to help me with that. So even when I was thinking something was one way, if I relied on discernment, God would always reveal it. Even with my children, I tell them all the time, you cannot lie to the prophet. You cannot lie to Holy Spirit. If I ask you a question, 9 times out of 10, I already know the answer to the question. I just want to see if you're going to lie. So always depend on Holy Spirit. Discernment. Use your spirit of discernment, and it will help guide you, and it will help uncover truths that would have been people telling you a lie. You'll be able to uncover the truth. Number 14. I cannot change the heart that God has given me. There are so many times where I want to say, God, I want to hate them. God, I want to give them back what they gave me. It was cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. You know, that type energy. But God has given me a heart for people and a heart to love people in spite of, and I cannot change that. As much as I would love to be hateful, to be spiteful, to be messy, to be arrogant, to be judgmental, to throw stones, that's not the type of heart that God has given me. And I cannot change the loving and compassionate heart that I have towards people. Even when they do me wrong, I still, in my mind, try to say, but God, what are they going through that's causing them to be like this? And sometimes I hate that heart, but then sometimes I'm so very grateful for that heart. So what I've learned is I cannot change the heart that God has given me. Number 15, stop second guessing myself. You would not believe how many times I have second guessed myself. But what I have learned is to trust the process and not second guess what God has given me to do. And I want to encourage somebody with that. Stop second guessing yourself. You were born for this. You were created for this. Whatever God has told you to do, He has given you everything that you need to be successful. Stop second guessing yourself. Go on and do that thing. Number 16, what I have learned. I won't do it the way it was done to me, so be gentle on myself. I think being gentle on ourselves is one of the hardest things that we could do because, number one, sometimes we're hard on other people, and number two, because people have been hard on us. But I have learned in my 40 years of living to be gentle on myself. Even as I have approached going into 40, I'm like, I am so gentle with myself. If I feel like I need to rest, baby, I'm going to rest. If I feel like I want to spend the day in my pajamas, I'm not going to feel guilty for that. I'm going to do just that. I am learning to be gentle with myself, increasing my self-care, increasing the way that I treat myself, my body, the foods that I eat, the way that I pamper my skin, the way that I get dressed. Be easy on yourself. Take it easy. Don't be so hard on yourself. Number 17, I have learned that it's okay to admit when I am wrong. I think that speaks for itself. Number 18, listen to my body when it says rest. Rest is the new way of life. This body has to rest and it has to recover. So I give myself permission to rest. I wear a lot of hats. I think through a lot of systems on a day-to-day basis. On Sunday, I pour so much out to the people. So during the week, I have to set out time to be able to rest and rejuvenate myself. So rest and don't feel guilty about it. Number 19, that moves me into my next one. I think I said that. Don't feel guilty about resting. A lot of times when you're sleeping or when you're resting your body, people are, oh, that's lazy. You're being lazy. You're not being lazy. You are being self-care. Because sometimes you just need to break away and get you some sleep. A lot of times we go, be for so many people, and we are tired. We are burnt out, and our body has a way of shutting itself down to let you know, sis, bro, you need some rest. So don't be ashamed to get the rest that you need. Steal away, get you a staycation in your room or book you a hotel, and steal away and get some much needed rest. And don't allow people, not even yourself, to make you feel guilty about getting the rest that you need. Number 20, you do not have to text right back. Even if your phone is in your hand, even if you are strolling on social media, even if you're not busy, you do not have to respond back to somebody's text message right away. And as period, you don't have to do that. I think a lot of times we get caught up in anxiety when we feel we have to respond right back. Oh, Johnny on the spot. Oh, I got to answer this question. Oh, I got to. No, you don't. Respond when you can. I'm not saying leave people on red and ignore people, but I'm saying is don't put that undue pressure on yourself to respond right back. Give yourself time to breathe. Give yourself time to process what they're asking you to do or what they're needing from you, and then respond when you can. I think when we rush to respond, we can say stuff or we can overread stuff that wasn't even there, put stuff out of context, all that kind of stuff. But I want you to take the time that's needed to pause, sit back, think about what they're asking, then respond. You don't have to be rushing to respond to text messages. Well, guys, I'm going to stop this video right here and let this be part 1 of my 40 things that I have learned in my 40 years. This is 20 of them. I did 20 today, and I'll do 20 on the next video. So please stay tuned for part 2. If you like what you heard so far and it has been beneficial to you, do me a favor and like this video. That lets YouTube know that you're agreeing and you're liking my content. And also make sure that you're just subscribed to this channel and turn on the notification bell so that you get notified every single time that I upload a video. As always, I love you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.